Okay. Hi, my name is Isabella Vasquez. I'm a senior outside hitter here at Colorado College, and I'm honored to be considered for the SCAC Character and Community program. I chose to attend Colorado College because of the block plan, and then also just as I started to learn more about the volleyball program and their history of success, I got very intrigued with it, had some conversations with Rick, had some conversations with Chad, and was just blown away. And so it was the only school I applied for, so I'm very glad I got in, and it really worked out. As soon as I started learning more about the block plan and doing some research, it became one of those things where it just seemed too good to be true. Like, why not try this out? It's a different way of learning, diving into one subject at a time, and then also having a high performing athletics. I mean, what's better? Like, it doesn't get better. I'm close to my family, and I'm at a great school, so that's why I chose to attend CC. Yeah, so during my sophomore season, I suffered my second ACL injury. It was my right knee this time, and during my sophomore year of high school, actually, I blew out my left one. So now I've had both, and they're bionic and better than ever is what I like to say and what my family jokes about. But it was definitely tough not being there for my team during my sophomore season, and I am so competitive that it's hard to sit on the bench in any means, but I was so happy to support them and see people step up in ways that we couldn't even expect them to. And so I was really, really proud of what they did during the rest of that season. As far as my recovery process goes, I think COVID was a blessing in disguise for me because it gave me some extra time to work a lot of one-on-one with some of the trainers here at CC because I am from the Springs. So during COVID, I was here and all the trainers were here. And so I got 5 trainers to 1 athlete, which was amazing and so beneficial. I have to shout out Kristen for helping me so much and taking me so far with all my individualized exercises geared specifically towards volleyball and what's going to take me the furthest. And I came back so strong my junior season in the spring. And I could not be more thankful for the amount of time and energy I put into myself because it paid off greatly my junior season and definitely my senior season here. Yeah. I believe my freshman year, one thing that I remember is just our seniors and winning that first SCAC award and what that felt like and how I wanted to strive my next 3 years at CC to do that because that is just a feeling that you'll never live down. And then, like you mentioned, my first game back after my ACL, we were at Schreiner University. I was talking to our head coach, Rick, at the time, who of course wanted me to play, but I was like, Rick, I'll only go back row. Like, let's just keep it light. Let's see what we can do. If you need me, like, throw me in, but like, let's ease into this. One of our other outside hitters at the time was kind of having a hard day and we were down and Rick was like, all right, Bella, you're going in, just go front row. And so he kind of threw me in there, and I think it's one of the things I have to thank him for because it just forced me to get past my fear of playing, and I just jumped right into it and had some great swings, and it really boosted my confidence, and I felt great. I wasn't too sore the next day, and so that was amazing, and that is such a great feeling. But other feelings and memories that we had are just all the wins and what it feels like to win and be a part of a winning program. I think things that drive me to be involved in some of our community is that this is my community, is that I'm from here, I'm from Colorado Springs, and it's where my family lives. And so I think it's something that's easier for me to not overlook because I'm not always just inside kind of our CC bubble. It's that I'm embedded in our community and there's bigger and better things outside of our school that need attention. And if I have any sort of free time or any sort of abilities to help others, it's something that is important to me and I want to spend time to do. Absolutely. So we worked with a foundation called Friends of Jacqueline, and one of our seniors at the time, Jilly, she did kind of the heavy lifting, so I have to give her some credit on getting all the logistics figured out to get us on a waiting list where you get paired up with a younger child. And we got paired up with Madeline in the end, and she is such a sweetheart. She and her family live about 20 minutes outside of Colorado Springs, and so they were able to commute down for all the games, and Madeline would sit on the bench with us, but kind of outside of practice, we would do some activities with her. She loved sushi, so her and I would always go on some sushi dates during like Thanksgiving break or Christmas break since I'm here locally, and she is as well. And we really got to know her and all of the little things she likes. She was great at drawing, loved wolves, and like just having her energy around, I think, brought us all some light, and it was one of my favorite memories of the team. And it was such an honor to be like a part of a program that acknowledged and took time outside of volleyball to do something good for our community. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so my plan kind of came out of nowhere in the matter of 2 weeks. I started looking into some master's programs. I'm interested in real estate, design, development, and so I just started poking around and looking for some programs, and Denver University came up, and they have a master's program in real estate in the built environment. So I went ahead and just applied for that, just kind of throwing my name in. Why not? I mean, I don't have a job yet, so maybe I'll go back to school. Had no formal plans at the time, and then I started speaking with our assistant coach, Chad, and he actually knows one of the assistant coaches up at DU, and he said, well, why don't I just shoot him a text in your name and see if they're interested? And then we put together a little highlight video and sent it off, and immediately got a call or a text from the assistant coach, and then 2 minutes later a text from the head coach, and they were both wanting to coordinate a time to chat with me, and they offered me a position, which I was ecstatic about. I was not expecting it at all, and it definitely forced me to make some quick life decisions that I wasn't necessarily ready to make, but I have decided to continue and play one more year, and I am just so excited.